Okay, this is a reading I laid out last night. I left the cards on the top and laid them out again. I want to go ahead and go through this. This is my weekly reading because I've skipped the weekly readings the past few weeks. A lot going on, and then I want to go ahead and shuffle and do my daily reading real quick. Now, actually, what I have for the day, what I have for my weekly reading, the way I do a weekly is that I just simply lay out 5 cards. The central card seems to be, of course, what everything centers around. That's normally with me. That's how I see things and project things on the reading. So I get everything. Um, so the first card that I actually got, Five of Swords. Not a very good card to have. It's a one-upmanship card. Usually a useless battle. Somebody who wins fights, starts fights or arguments and so forth, and they basically it's kind of like an adult fighting with a child. It's that simple. Somebody that has more skills and learning and so forth. But yeah, basically, I'm better than you are. They humiliate somebody and put them down and so forth. Um, and really, there's no return for it. It's useless. It's absolutely useless to even do this. Um, but that's a card for the day, and you know, that's just something we got to look at. Okay, the next card I have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is all about something, things that are new, starting. I get this as basically a new learning on an emotional level. Now, this could, of course, with the baby and the holidays coming up, a lot of focus and central issue is going to be around the child, which makes perfect sense. This is again about new things, new relationships with people, and things starting um, when the Page of Cups come up. But I think a lot of this is going to be the central issue around the child. There's new emotions coming forth, and also good news. The pages seem to be messengers. Now you think about, the pages. Um, they would be the messengers for say, the kings and queens, in times past. So that would be um, getting good emotional news. You may hear about a new relationship also, and possibly a good relationship with maybe somebody else that's having a child. So anyway, the central card I have here is the Star, one of the most positive cards in the deck. It is reversed, though. The reverse star, when it comes up, is all about a need to be thankful and take a look at what you do have, to have faith. Even though if things are going rough and not going so well, and some difficulties are going on, this is saying, um, instead of focusing on the negativity, you need to focus on the positive things. It is there. Good things are coming. They may be delayed a little bit. Um, and also with the thought process, when you're thinking negative again later on down the road, you're going to bring more negativity to you. It's just everything is energy, and that's how it works. So this is a very strong saying. Things are better and going to work out. You need to look at the positive and focus on that positive, to get things to work out for you. So that's a good deal. Now the Empress come up. This is the Empress reversed, and this is going to be a lot about difficulties. As far as the Empress is the Abundance card. Now it's also a mother card, so this can be difficulties with your mother, and maybe even a health issue that comes to mind with a mother. So that's something that just came to me. It didn't come to me when I laid these out originally last night, but I laid it out again. But this is all about um, uh, the abundance, the um, having things when the Empress shows up. And with it reversed, it's saying, maybe there's been some lack of progress in this, maybe even some laziness or so forth that's caused this. That there's some worries about having enough, and a lot of that, the harvest hasn't quite come for you. But one good thing sitting beside it would be the Seven of Coins here, or Seven of Pentacles. Now, this is a patience card. This is all about saying you need to be patient. Things that you have worked on and so forth, they are showing results, but you haven't quite got to fill your baskets yet with anything. It's saying that you need to be patient, and things will actually come and work out by the end of the week. Things will, that you've been waiting on, uh, will start to show some fruits. Now, of course, it's not going to be as much as you would wanted, because the Empress here is reversed. But again, still, the central card is, you know, having faith. Focus on the glass being half full instead of half empty. You know, now with this creativity, that may be a lot of creativity with the Empress reversed that seems to be lacking a little bit. Now there's some creativity here that goes on with the page, and now overall I have a 5 and a 17. There's 22 and a 3. There's 25 and a 7. There's 32. So the overall number is a 5. A 5 is all about busyness, staying busy. There's going to be a lot of short trips that's going to that you normally wouldn't do, because it's a Mercury energy, and there's going to be connections with siblings. The siblings I get because it's a Mercury energy, and it deals with siblings. A lot of action going on with the fives, um, for the week. So that is my weekly reading. Actually, I want to look at the elements here. I've got air, two air, and I have a couple earth and emotion. What I don't have is the fire, that enthusiasm and get up and go, happy type energy. So a lot of it is going to be a lot of thinking and thoughts here, focused towards, because the two cards. I think it's going to be a lot of thinking and thoughts, and worries. It seems to be about financial issues, or the feelings of stability with this going on. And that fire is, again, not starting something new. The fives are a hectic time, and we have Thanksgiving here in this country Thursday. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of moving around, a lot of going on, and of course it makes perfect sense with the being in touch with siblings and so forth. So that's going to be what I've got for the weekly reading. Now I want to pull these together and go ahead and do my daily real quick, because I'm actually getting ready to leave here in a bit. So, and I shuffle several different ways. So, and these cards, I'm not real crazy. I love the cards. I'm not real crazy about the card stock on them, because they're kind of flimsy. My Druid Craft is actually flimsy, but they're large, so it makes them really easy to work with. But I've done so many readings with this deck that I've gotten used to them. Oh, starting to fly out there. Didn't quite make it. And I shuffle until I feel it, and more my solar plexus area. That's where your intuition is telling you to stop shuffling. Now, not a good deal. I've got the Knight of Cups reversed. Oh man, and the Queen of Wands reversed. Not a good deal. And Justice. So, we have an 11th. Oh, master number, and the number 2 for the day. This is two people, and the need for balance, especially with the Justice card there. Justice is also a karma card, but the central card seems to be the Queen of Wands here, and uh, what we're missing is earth. I've got water, fire, and air here, so that missing element is telling me what I'm getting strong with that is that there's a need to ground yourself. So it'd be a great day to do some uh, um, such as grounding meditations, where you meditate and think about, you know, such as being a tree and your feet being firm on the ground and roots growing from your tree and um, grasping firm on the ground. Also, I find things such as eating things such as potatoes or carrots or anything that actually comes from the ground helps with that groundedness too. So that's something definitely to look at. Now, the first thing I have here is the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is reversed, and this is somebody who's who's slick. There's somebody trying to pull a slick one on you. And with one of the cards I actually got yesterday, there's something that I really need to take a look at. But this is what I call the tricky deck card. This is somebody making offers to you that is basically is too good to be true. You got to watch out for somebody who's going to be try to be slick, and you yourself need to watch out for these things also. But somebody that's trying to be get over on you and play with your emotions to be able to get over on you. When this card comes up. Now the central card here, the Queen of Wands, and it's reversed. This is a Miss Busybody, somebody that has their nose in everybody's business, you know, and it's also telling you to keep your nose out of people's business when this card comes up. But being reversed, it's somebody who, and normally I will get the kings and the queens as people. Um, and a lot of times it depends on but the knights and pages seem to be with me more of um, things a lot of times. Now they will of course represent people, but then kings and queens are definitely very strong. This one here seems to be strong with me with a person, but right here, like I said, and this is a busybody. The queen here, Miss Busybody, has her nose in everybody's business. Uh, Likes to use blackmail or anything that they can use. And again, it doesn't have to be a female; it can be a male. When it comes to court cards, this could be. This is the masculine aspect uh, of femininity here, and also there seems to be a hatred of male power when this woman comes up reversed. She's big with uh, blackmail and trying to use and it could be anything. It could be like I said. Um, Always with the dailies, it can be somebody that's around you instead of you personally, because the fact that I'll find things that are like big things that come up in the news that I happen to catch, which I don't watch a whole lot, but when I log on, I see it on my homepage. So what's kind of getting to me is, oh, this guy that's um, left the CIA and all this bunch of crazy stuff that's going on here. Um, and the woman involved asking for like $80 million. That type of blackmail. So there may be some issue that comes out strong with that today, because that's coming to me. I'm seeing her a lot like that. But again, this is somebody who's angry. They'll do anything, backstabbing, lie, whatever they've got to do. Now, what we have here is the 11, the Justice card for this deck, and Justice is all about balance. It's a kind of a karmic card. It's getting what you put out. Uh, for things that you've done in the past, receiving uh, what you've done for. It's basically a fair outcome, something that you're being judged for, or even that you're judging somebody for. But seems to be a really fair outcome. Now there may be some legal things to have to deal with. There's a need for balance again, because think about the number, the 11 and the 2, and a very strong need for balance here. But there's fairness when this card comes up. This usually appears when there's a lot of factors that need to be reasoned and thought about. to balance things out, to make a balanced decision on. There's a caution with this when it does come up to be very careful and make very wise decisions before you actually come to any conclusion, anything. So, with it sitting beside these cards right here, this is something that you definitely need to think about when this shows up. But it's also saying, maybe you need to look at the other person's point of view before you make an actual moral choice. And there's issues of fairness and being um, fair when the justice card comes up. Um, Legal issues can come up. But again, with these two cards showing here, this is going to say that you definitely need to take a look at that need for balance. So that's going to be my reading for the day. Everybody have a great day, and I'll be back.